And we have with us a candidate who is running for Congress in the 3rd Congressional District, Michael Bendes, who is going to change the way politics are done in the 3rd Congressional District, southwest side of Cook County. Isn't that right, Mike?
You know, Tony, we really got to make some serious changes all the way from city, county, state, federal. It's time for a change. And by the way, it's a Republican year. It's a Tea Party year as well.
That's right. I want you to give our viewers here your website and contact information in case they want to join your campaign and volunteer.
Yeah, we're at Bendes.AVI. That's one word. Or you can email me at bendesforcongress@gmail.com.
Now, Mike, what is the #1 priority in the 3rd Congressional District as you see it?
Jobs. The bottom line is jobs. We spent 4/5 of $1 trillion of a so-called stimulus, and guess what? No jobs. It's time to fix that. It's time to get the government under control. We need a smaller, more efficient government.
So with the $2 trillion that have been added to the deficit as a result of the stimulus, the jobs don't seem to be materializing, except in the government sector, that is. How would you change that? How would you change that, make it different?
Well, first of all, for jobs, we need to go directly to business. I propose, if you look at the website, the idea of sending money directly to businesses that create jobs, a grand total of $36,000 for over a 2-year period. And that's for jobs that are created and are going to be there afterwards as well. Not the stimulus where we pump a bunch of money in, create a bunch of jobs for a couple of months or a year, and then they disappear.
So are you advocating that at the FICA tax, the portion that's provided, the matching funds by the employer, that would be for, say, 6 months or a year and not required as matching funds to match the funds that the employees contribute into the Social Security and FICA tax?
I haven't made that decision. I'm still looking at it. That money goes into Social Security and Medicare, which are themselves in trouble, quite frankly. So we need to look at that, but we need to get some tax holidays all the way across the board. We should not reimpose the tax cuts that George Bush implemented, at least until we're well out of this recession.
So what kind of stimulus would you provide to the employers then, if not giving them the holiday on the matching funds that they would contribute normally with the employees' contribution?
Basically, I would give $1,500 a month for every new employee that they hired for a period of 2 years. That would be, they would have to provide health insurance for them, which would help reduce some of the problems we have in health care, which is a whole other issue that needs to be repealed. In addition, it would reduce the foreclosures, because if people have jobs, they're paying taxes, which helps for government revenue. And guess what else it does? They don't lose their house.
And in terms of the local employment here, we have had one of the highest unemployment rates. It's almost 11%, and if you consider underemployed and those who have given up looking, it's probably closer to 20%. How would you stimulate the economy in the 3rd Congressional northeast corner of Illinois here to try to get us out of these economic doldrums?
Well, for one thing, I'd be an advocate of working with the government and with the people and all the different mayors. I'm going around over the next few weeks and talking to all the various mayors to find out where the jobs are needed the most and what the government can do.
In terms of the streamlining of the government payroll, would you advocate that the payroll of federal employees be reduced and that the benefits and pension programs that are in effect be streamlined so that you have greater contribution by the employees still, even when they're fewer in number?
Absolutely. In fact, if you look at my website, I propose a 300,000 person cut in the federal bureaucracy. There's 2.7 million federal workers that earn an average of $79,000 a year, plus, believe this or not, $41,000 in average benefits. Compare that to the civilian world, where the average is $11,000. So reduce 300,000 employees. And the second thing is freeze their benefits at $20,000 a year, which is still very generous. And the third thing is federal pay needs to be frozen for a period of 3 years.
Now, once again, give us the website and the contact information where people can contact your campaign.
If you go to Bendesforcongress.com, you can see my issues. You can join the Bendes Brigade. Yeah, and by the way, you can contribute. And remember, funds help as well. I'm against an opponent that has a huge amount of union money, and I need a little bit of help there. But mainly, I need people on the streets that are willing to believe and make a difference.
Okay. Mike Bendes for Congress. Please help him out in the 3rd Congressional District, and he will be victorious. Thank you, Mike.
Tony, we're going to kick butt.
All right.
All right.